is going on, my good friends? In breaking news, my subscriber count just ticked over to 10,000. And thank you to everybody who hit the old subscribe button and signed up on my little photography channel here. Well, it's an absolutely beautiful Friday evening, the very early part of spring, I guess you could call it. It's been unseasonably warm here the last few days. Normally sort of rocking, I don't know, 19, 20 degrees maximum, but we've been getting some 23 degree temperatures lately, 24, 25 even. It's been absolutely bloody glorious. Now I know things have been looking a bit quiet on the old channel lately, and actually I've been filming stuff. I just wasn't happy with what I was making. I went down to the river a few times, been down here a couple of times, and either the vibe wasn't right or the photos were boring as shit, but about 5 of them stuck on the hard drive, which I probably won't share because I just don't think they're up to scratch. But today, the forecast for the sky, for the colour, for a beautiful, vibrant sunset is excellent. The forecast, we've got high cloud set here. We've got a nice big gap, about 100 k's that way, which is a perfect. And it's such a beautiful Friday that I decided to head down to the beach and take some photographs. Yes, guys, when you last saw me, I was in the throes of moving house, and I have now fully moved house. We are in the new place, or rather the old place, because we're moving back into our old house that we rented out for about 10 years. And very exciting it is too, but also very chaotic. So I'm still kind of working out of my old office at the old house in Bury until the place sells, going up for auction soon, and then I'll move fully into the new place. Got a lovely new office being built there at the moment, being shaped from a rather unlovely sunroom that we had on the back of the house. It's just some partitions at the moment, no gyprock or anything up on the wall, so it's going to be a little while before I can share it with you guys, but I'm bloody excited about it, I can tell you. Not a fan of doing lens swaps when there's a wind, but what can you do? Well, I've got the 50mm on there at the minute. I forgot that was on there. If there's any nice compositions with that before we switch out to the bazooka, what do you reckon? Just doing some kind of almost abstract shots of the grass. I like shooting these. Get a really, really fine focal plane when you're down to sort of f2, and it almost makes this grass look like a forest. I just love the look. Perhaps we can get a bit of the ocean in the shot as well. No flowers. The little pink flower that you get that grows on the dunes, which they incredibly named Pig Face. What's that about? Beautiful little pink flower, and they called it Pig Face. Having a lovely time coming up with abstract compositions here in the dune grass now, and I must confess, I moved this little bit of bark here onto the top of the dune. Don't tell anyone. And I'm going to use that with a sort of wide open aperture on the nifty 50 lens, and it's going to be beautiful the way the sun's picking out this. A lot of the shot in the foreground, the background will be out of focus, but a small sliver of the section of the bark in the middle will be in focus, and it will, I promise you, look lovely. Most optimistic surfer in the world has decided to give up. Either that or he's got a dinner date. Maybe he's walking down the beach, I don't know. He came sprinting down here and ran into the most timid section of swell I think I've ever seen in my life. barely 4 inches of swell coming in there. So very optimistic, I feel, on his part, but I get it. Sometimes you just want to get in the ocean on a Friday night, get a bit of salt water, swilling around the old crotch in the wetsuit. Anyway, the other thing that's caught my eye is there's a solitary white bird over there. I'd love to tell you what kind of bird it is, but I'm absolutely bloody clueless. It's probably something really obvious and common, like a sodding seagull or something like that, but it's on its own, down on the water's edge. I've taken a photograph of it from a long way away. It's barely visible little white speck, even with the 400mm at full stretch. So I might inch down around the back of it and see if I can get some shots, because that white bird contrasted with the blue water is a very lovely shot. So we're going to get it. Let's see. Target is off in the distance there. It's very mobile, and I must admit, I will share with you, I don't have high hopes for securing this shot. These white bastards are flighty buggers, and as soon as they catch sight of anyone, they take to the sky and piss off. I've lost so many decent shots trying to capture these guys. Well, who knows? Today might be my lucky day. I'm getting a bit closer, but I have to say he's striding up and down in the manner of a Karen asking for the manager. So I expect our little white trousered friend to take flight any moment. He's sidling. Look at him, he's walking sideways. Sidling away from me. Don't go, my friend. Yeah, there he goes. What did I tell you? Off he goes. Oh, he's over on the golden sand. May be able to get another shot with him on there. How close can I get? Come on. Don't be a nervous Nelly. Let me take your portrait. Oh, believe it or not, he actually closed the gap a little bit. Came this way. Come on. Smile for the camera. Oh, he's looking right at me. I can hear a dog barking. That might set him off. I love the way the wind's blowing his feathers. His little tail feathers are getting blown about in the wind. He's looking right at me. He's thinking about it. He's gonna take flight. I know he is. There he goes. Cheers, mate. Good night, Saigon. Couple in flight. And he's back where we started. How they toy with me, these birds. Toying with me. Although in his defense, I did actually get pretty close there. Closer than I thought I would get. Meanwhile, all the twitchers are probably screaming at their screens right now because I think those tiny little birds, which look for all the world like small walking potatoes, are the aforementioned endangered shorebirds. Little plovers, I think they are. There's two of them down there, which would make sense. Mr. and Mrs. Plover. Tiny little birds. I definitely won't get very close to them. I have indeed got my feet wet. It's Crocs season. Come out right on the sandbar, very low tide. So I'm right out on one of the little sandbars on the gently sloping 7 Mile beach. I'm going to try and catch one of these waves as it breaks so I can get the little kind of tube inside the wave. We just need to pick at the right moment. And I have to keep an eye on you because you're only about 12 inches above the water surface there. And whilst GoPro is indeed waterproof, the Rode microphone on top is not. I'm missing my wave. Oh, here's a nice one. I think I got the shot there. Being joined on the beach by another photographer. Left us, but we're still shooting. I'm down here with Steve. Give us a wave. And the light has amazingly come back a little bit. It's a long time past sunset, nearly 6 o'clock, so the sun set about 35 minutes ago, and we've got colour come back in the sky. I'm just shooting some long exposures down here. F16 to stretch the time out, and I will stick the results up on the screen for you. I'm barely visible at this precise moment in time, but I'm just taking my last shots of the night, some nice long exposures, and I'm going to head for home. As always guys, if you like the video, do please give it a like, and poke that YouTube algorithm. Thank you once again to everyone who subscribed to the channel and taken me over to the magic 5 digits. Over 10,000 subscribers, which is amazing. And I have great plans for the channel coming up once I get ensconced in my new little studio in the house. Anyway guys, my tea is calling to me. It's time to go. Catch you on the flip side. Ta-ta for now.